Hello and welcome to today's video, where we'll be discussing some important tips for internet security in 2023. With technology constantly evolving and online threats becoming more sophisticated, it's important to stay up to date with the latest security measures to protect your personal information and sensitive data. Whether you're a business owner or simply an individual who spends time online, these tips will help you stay safe and secure in the digital world. Tip number 1. Use strong passwords. One of the most important things you can do to secure your online accounts is to use strong passwords. This means using a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. Avoid using easily guessable passwords like your name, birth date, or 123456. Instead, use a random combination of characters that is unique to each account. You can use a password manager to generate and store strong passwords for you, making it easy to stay secure without having to remember dozens of different passwords. Tip number 2. Keep your software updated. Hackers are constantly looking for vulnerabilities in popular software programs like operating systems, web browsers, and office suites. That's why it's important to keep your software updated with the latest security patches and bug fixes. Set your software to automatically update, so you don't have to worry about checking for updates manually. This will ensure that you're always running the most secure version of the software, with the latest security features and protections. Tip number 3. Use two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is an extra layer of security that requires you to enter a code or use a physical token in addition to your password when logging into an account. This helps prevent unauthorized access to your accounts, even if someone has your password. Many popular services like Google, Facebook, and Twitter offer two-factor authentication as an option. Be sure to enable this feature on all of your important accounts to stay secure. Tip number 4. Be careful what you click. Phishing attacks are a common way for hackers to steal personal information and sensitive data. These attacks often come in the form of emails or messages that appear to be from a legitimate source, but are actually designed to trick you into giving up your login credentials or other sensitive information. To avoid falling victim to a phishing attack, be careful what you click on. Don't open attachments or click on links from unknown sources, and always double-check the sender's email address or message header to make sure it's legitimate. Tip number 5. Use a virtual private network, VPN. A virtual private network, VPN, is a tool that encrypts your internet traffic and routes it through a remote server, making it more difficult for hackers to intercept your data. VPNs are especially useful when using public Wi-Fi networks, which are often unsecured and easy to intercept. By using a VPN, you can protect your internet traffic from prying eyes, and keep your online activities private and secure. Tip number 6. Back up your data. Backing up your data is an important part of any security plan. This ensures that you always have a copy of your important files and data in case of a cyber attack, hardware failure, or other catastrophic event. You can back up your data to an external hard drive, cloud storage service, or other backup solution. Be sure to regularly back up your data to ensure that you always have the most up-to-date version available. Tip number 7. Be wary of public Wi-Fi networks. Public Wi-Fi networks are often unsecured and can be easily hacked by cybercriminals. Avoid using public Wi-Fi networks for sensitive activities like online banking or shopping, and never enter sensitive information like login credentials or credit card numbers on a public network. If you must use a public Wi-Fi network, be sure to use a VPN to encrypt your internet traffic and protect your data. Tip number 8. Keep your social media accounts private. Social media can be a great way to connect with friends and family, but it can also be a potential security risk if you don't take the right precautions. Make sure to keep your social media accounts private and only share personal information with people you know and trust. Be wary of friend requests from unknown people and never share sensitive information like your home address or phone number on social media. Tip number 9. Use antivirus and anti-malware software. Antivirus and anti-malware software are essential tools for protecting your computer and personal data from viruses, malware, and other online threats. Make sure to install reputable antivirus software on all of your devices and keep it up to date with the latest virus definitions. This will help protect you from new and emerging threats as they arise. Tip number 10. Be skeptical of emails and messages. Emails and messages can be a common way for hackers to try and trick you into giving up sensitive information or downloading malware onto your computer. Be skeptical of any email or message that asks you to click on a link or enter your login credentials, especially if it's from an unknown source. Always verify the sender's email address or message header and be cautious of any unsolicited messages. Tip number 11. Use secure payment methods when shopping online or making payments. Always use secure payment methods like PayPal or credit cards that offer fraud protection. Avoid using debit cards or bank transfers, as these can be more difficult to dispute if something goes wrong. Look for websites that use encryption and secure payment gateways to protect your financial information. Tip number 12. Secure your mobile devices. Mobile devices like smartphones and tablets are increasingly popular targets for hackers and cybercriminals. Make sure to secure your mobile devices with strong passwords, biometric authentication, and remote tracking and wiping capabilities. Avoid downloading apps from unknown sources and be cautious of any messages or emails that ask you to download an app or enter sensitive information. Tip number 13. Use encryption for sensitive data. Encryption is a process that scrambles your data so that it can only be read by authorized parties. This is especially important for sensitive data like financial information, medical records, and other personal information. Use encryption tools like BitLocker or VeriCrypt to encrypt your sensitive data and protect it from prying eyes. Tip number 14. Educate yourself about cybersecurity. One of the best ways to stay safe online is to educate yourself about cybersecurity best practices and emerging threats. Stay up to date with the latest news and trends in cybersecurity, and take courses or attend workshops to learn more about how to protect yourself and your data. The more you know about cybersecurity, the better equipped you'll be to stay safe and secure online. In conclusion, internet security is more important than ever in 2023. By following these tips and best practices, you can protect yourself and your data from online threats and stay safe in the digital world. Remember to use strong passwords, keep your software updated, use two-factor authentication, be careful what you click, use a VPN, back up your data, be wary of public Wi-Fi networks, keep your social media accounts private, use antivirus and anti-malware